Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Jam Podcast. This is episode 4, I think. Um, we're gonna be talking about video games and in particular the Game Awards because I just came out with a video, which is my own Game Awards. I basically host my own Game Awards every single year, and I kind of choose my own winners because yeah, sometimes the real Game Awards can be rigged. Like throwback to was it 2018 where Red Dead Redemption 2, best game in my opinion, didn't win Game of the Year. It got robbed. Who won Game of the Year? It was God of War, Ragnarok, I think. That one game. No, it wasn't Ragnarok. It was just some kind of God of War game. That one Game of the Year that year, and I just don't get it because if I swear nobody's like, okay, yeah, it was probably popular if it had to win Game of the Year, but I feel like RDR 2 actually maybe it makes sense because RDR 2 was released in on October 26th, 2018, very close to the Game Awards. Um, I'm searching it up, so don't mind me. Yeah, it was God of War. Did I say that? I think I did. Wait, when did God of War come out? 2018. Because I think it kind of depends on the release dates too. I mean, yeah, God of War released on April 20th, 2018, like many months before the Game Awards, and that makes sense, I guess, because Arnold 2 was just released like a month and a half before the Game Awards, and it was mostly just popular in 2019, like all of 2019. It released on PC in 2019 because it came out at the end of 2018, so I guess it makes sense, but at the same time, it's a Rockstar game. Come on. Like, I'm pretty sure without a doubt, if GTA 6 doesn't fail on the first day, GTA 6 is gonna win Game of the Year in the Game Awards. Are they even eligible? I don't know because they're releasing it on November 19th. Game Awards it's a month later, so I don't know if it'll be eligible. But I definitely do think that GTA 6 will probably be guaranteed to win Game of the Year that year. I mean this year. You know what's so fun is that it's finally coming. Like it is finally coming. I can't believe after all these years of waiting for this dumb game, it's finally arriving. Like it's coming. So that's fun. I'm very excited to play it in November. Even though how many months is that? Now it's April. So oh, 7 months. It's kind of crazy. If it didn't get delayed, we would be playing it next month in May. Um, that would be fire. At least marketing is starting in like 2 months, and trailer 3 most likely in either May or June. I think trailer 3 is gonna come out in June, sometime in June, because I feel like trailer 3 would probably begin with no, trailer 3 and pre-orders would probably most likely come out um when when there's a DLC in GTA Online that's coming in most likely in June or July. And marketing is starting in summer, so maybe if it starts in early July, we could see pre-orders and trailer 3 in like mid-June or late June. I think that's just the most likely scenario. Like we would have trailer 3 very close to the real marketing billboards, advertisements, all of that. Um, and I don't think that's starting in May. So that's why I don't think we'll be getting trailer 3 in May. So yeah. That's my prediction. That's my lovely prediction there. Watch me get it right. Watch me. I know it's right. I, I just know we're not gonna be having trailer 3 in May. I really don't think so. Um, Also, this new Fortnite season, like Chapter 7 season, what, 2? It is so fun. Like, actually, I love it. I've been playing it a lot, like, with other people, with my friends and stuff, and it's really fun. And I've been just playing ranked. I've been trying to grind and ranked, but it's getting hard when you're, like, close to silver. I'm bronze 3 right now, so I want to be silver. And Chapter 1 Season 8 is back, which is one of my all-time favorite seasons. The endgame LTM is back. It has been for a while now. I just haven't played it. Um, yeah. So it seems, I mean, I know Fortnite has had some downgrades recently with first the V-Bucks price, which I didn't really mind that much. I mean, I was like, okay, whatever. But then when they announced 1,000 layoffs and what else was it, like games shutting down? I believe it was Ballistic, something in Festival and Rocket Racing, which is surprising. Like those three modes shutting down, then I kind of clicked that the game is dying. So I definitely don't think that Fortnite is going to be in a good state. Like, I mean, it's going to be fine. I think it's gonna be fine. I just don't think it's gonna be like fine, fine. You know, I think it'll be worse, content wise, and like consistency. It will be worse. It won't be. It'll be something. I mean, when they laid off like 900 or 800 employees back in like the end of 2023, what did we see in chapter 5? That was like at the end of chapter 4. Then what did we see in chapter 5, 2024? Yeah, we saw less updates, less everything. So, and nerfs 24/7, and it was a whole thing. So I don't expect the end of 2026 to be the same as the start of 2026, exactly where we are right now. And with GTA 6 coming, yeah, the game's gonna it's gonna take a downturn. Honestly, but every game is gonna take a downturn. I've just seen so many people, a lot of people who like love playing Fortnite. They always say like talked to some, I've talked to some and they say that Fortnite's not gonna die when GTA 6 is gonna come out. I mean, yeah, no, it's not gonna die, but like it's gonna have a lot of like not that many players because I know typical gamer, his career started off from GTA, so he's obviously gonna play GTA 6. He's gonna go off Fortnite for a long time. I'm pretty sure every single YouTuber, every single Fortnite content creator we know, almost every single one, except for Nicky 30. I just know Nicky 30 is not gonna play GTA 6. Everyone's just gonna hop on GTA 6, and not even just YouTubers, just like all of us. I feel like all of us are just gonna do it. And I mean, I still think some people will play Fortnite a lot, but like it won't have how many people are playing? Almost 400,000. I don't think. I think it'll be probably like lower than around two. No, what? 100,000 when GTA 6 comes out. Probably lower than 100,000. Um. So yeah, that's something. I've also just talked to some people like just for fun about like how long do we think Fortnite has left? Like I don't think Fortnite's gonna last forever. Like I recently found out that Rec Room, it's I don't know if you know it, but it's a very fun Roblox like game, just like much more fun than Roblox. It's shutting down after 10 years. It came up in 2016 and it's shutting down on June 1st, and I'm very sad because I love that game even though I haven't played it in 3 years. I'm gonna play it again someday before it shuts down. I still have my account, luckily. So that's really sad. And I just feel like a lot of other games, like look at Rocket Racing and Ballistic, they're already shutting down. So I don't think, I think if Fortnite's Fortnite ever like dies fully and like shuts down, I think Fortnite would probably like be half dead right now without creative. Like look at like Steal the Fight the Brain Rot. What's did they change the name? Steal the Brain Rot has like it saved the game by a lot, to be honest. And honestly, without creative, like I feel like Fortnite really would be half dead by now. So if Battle Royale ever dies, then creative's gonna take over. So yeah, there's just a couple years left. My prediction is that yeah, just creative's gonna take over if Battle Royale dies, and then they'll just become like Roblox. It's just gonna become like Roblox, where yeah, just Fortnite themselves aren't gonna have their own games anymore. It's just gonna be other people creating games, which is much more cheaper, obviously. So that's my prediction, and that's my prediction and what's going to like happen in the next 5 years. So by 5 years, it's gonna be gone, gonna be 100% complete. That's sad to think about. I wonder where we're all gonna go. It'll probably like either I'm just gonna go to GTA, honestly, but like that's boring. I mean, GTA 6 online is gonna be something, so probably just gonna go to GTA 6 online. I might just quit Fortnite early and just go to GTA 6 online early. You know what? I might just do it on 2027. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. So that's that. That's Fortnite recently. Also, I feel like Fortnite never wins ongoing game. I feel like they could have won ongoing game in 2023, maybe, when Fortnite OG actually came out. Hmm, maybe. Was Fortnite even nominated back then? 2023. Yes, they were. But the award went to Cyberpunk 2077. Ew. Ew, why that one? Oh, wait, Fortnite won Best Ongoing Game at the 2023 PlayStation Awards. I mean, it makes sense. In 2023, Fortnite OG came back. And there was millions of people playing that, so... Well, that's something. Um, honestly, my last episode I talked about the Grammys. I talked about the Grammys and how they were rigged. And now I'm talking about if the Game Awards are rigged. I definitely don't think the Game Awards are as rigged as the Grammys because the Grammys they snub people who dislike them. Like Ariana Grande, they had beef in 2019, then she won nothing in 2020 for her hit album, and she never got nominated ever again for any of her albums, so that was sad. I definitely don't think like the Game Awards doesn't have enemies in the gaming industry. You can't have enemies. Nobody are enemies in the gaming industry. I mean, except for Fortnite and PUBG. But like everyone are friends, and even like the award shows that reward games, like they they don't dislike any company. They're all friends, which is very fun. I feel like the music industry, on the other hand, is so diverse and like so much different than the gaming industry because they're all like fighting for the number one like spot on the Billboard 100 and like especially Taylor Swift, and no offense. I saw what Sarah Larson said and I couldn't agree more. Um, and just award shows in general, like I saw in the VMAs, Charlie XCX got Snubbed so hard. She only won one award for guests. So, and it wasn't even Video of the Year. Um, and just the Grammys in general, I feel like the more fair like music award shows are like the smaller ones, like the iHeartRadio Awards or like the AMAs if they're even alive. But I feel like big awards like the VMAs or the Grammys, they can snub people a lot. But I don't feel like the VMAs they snub that many artists as the Grammys do. They're just a bit unfair. The Grammys they just snub. All they do is snub. But like the Game Awards, they're a lot more fair. So I enjoy watching the Game Awards a lot more because they have realistic and surprising, winners. And but like the most important thing is that they have realistic winners. They don't like choose the winners by how they like them. Not like the Grammys. Like hello, the Grammys made like Bruno Mars win every single award just because they like him. So they give it to their own darlings. But like the Game Awards, they look at success, they look at concurrent players and like just players in general and like how anticipated the game was. I mean, GTA 6 is definitely gonna win like every single award. That's why I'm not gonna make a Game Awards, like my own Game Awards next year in 2027 because in the real Game Awards, it's just going to GTA 6 is gonna take over in the real Game Awards and then probably also gonna take over in mine. And I just feel like it'll be a lot. It'll be something. So that's why I'm just saying no Game Awards. Most likely no Game Awards. I mean honestly, we could just make a Game Awards by snubbing GTA 6, but I don't want to do that. That's mean. That's disrespectful. We've been waiting for this game for what, 13 years? That and then just snubbing GTA 6. That's disrespectful. I'm not gonna do that. So most likely no Game Awards next year, but then yeah, I mean, I just feel like the Game Awards they're much more fair, much more realistic. I mean, I know Helldivers 2 they won Best Ongoing Game last year in 2024. Was it 2024? It was 2024, and that's like right. But like, you know who won Game of the Year in 2024? Astrobot. And I didn't even know that was like I thought Astrobot was like a game just in the base PS5. Apparently not. Apparently it's a new game released in 2024. No, because I definitely know that there's some kind of Astrobot game that like comes in the with the PS5 like digitally in every single PS5. I had that one on mine, so and it's a very bad game, so I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know about the Astrobot, the one game of the year. Maybe that one's different. Doesn't look different. I just don't get why that one game of the year in 2024. For me, in my Game Awards in 2024, it won. Who won Game of the Year in my award show? That was Black Myth: The Wukong. This year, you're gonna just have to go and find out who won. I'm just gonna say it wasn't Expeditions 33. Expeditions 33 won Game of the Year in the real Game Awards. They didn't win in mine. Um, so you gotta just go watch him to see who won. But honestly, yeah, I feel like sometimes the Game Awards can be like very unfair and just kind of the giving Grammy vibes, aka gamey vibes. Um, but I feel like they're much more realistic, like Helldivers 2 winning Best Ongoing Game in 2024, and Fortnite won Best Ongoing Game in what? It was 2018 and 2019, which is very real. Like 2018, 2019 was a very good year for Fortnite. So, um, And they're still getting, like, Fortnite is still getting nominated for best ongoing game every single year. They're just not winning, and they're never gonna win. So yeah, but yeah, honestly, I guess it's just that I wanted to make this a very short episode because I feel like we need a short episode for this, and I feel like yeah, it's gonna be a little short episode here, 20 minutes. It's still lovely. Um, but no, love the Game Awards. I watch them every year. Honestly, they're super fun, and the Grammys, I also watch them just because I just want to see who wins. And I feel like, yeah, some people, I feel like Best New Artist should have gone to Addison Rae or Cat's Eye. In my opinion, should have gone to Cat's Eye. Um, and it went to Olivia Dean. Best Pop Solo Performance, I mean, I heard Messi, but like, that was released in 2024. That doesn't really make sense. Again, what Song of the Year went to Billie Eilish for a song released in 2020, what was it, 2024? And then one in 2026. Again, it just doesn't make sense. So, um, but honestly, the Game Awards are a W. They're like they're the GOAT. And they're much more fair, and I love that about them. They look at the charts, like they look at the player counts and all of that, the success, the Grammys, the VMAs, the music industry. They look at like who they like personally. The gaming industry, they're much more civil. They're much more looking at the success and player counts. So just I feel like you need to look at the success. Obviously, like that's the most important thing. Like how are you gonna? I mean, like which song has been very popular this year stateside? Stateside has been very popular this year by Pink Panthers and Sarah Larson. That should win at least like one or two awards next year at the Grammys. At least like one of the big awards because it's just so big. But I don't even know if they're like even award them. It's weird. I don't know. Whatever. They're they're scamming. The music industry, trash. Gaming industry, lovely. I love them. Anyway, that's that for this episode, episode 4, or the shortest episode of the podcast. Um, but yeah, I hope to continue this podcast in the future and watch the new Game Wars video. And other than that, I'll see you in the next episode.